God never, ever told anyone ahead of time what was going to happen. Ever. Ever. And by your reaction, it's good the Holy Spirit brings that up right now. Because that's a because you're looking for anything but faith. You want an explanation. God don't explain. If he ever explained, that's not faith. If he ever drew you a picture, that ain't faith. If he ever sends you a memo, an email, a direct message, that ain't faith. That's not faith. Faith is blind to everything but God and his promise. Faith doesn't factor in anything but God and his promise. Not his promise and then, all right, and show me the payments. And show me what happens before. If I do that, then what's going to happen? That ain't God. He didn't tell Peter, okay, Peter, you're going to get out over there, and then the enemy's really going to get nervous, so he's going to really send a big wave crashing over you, this and that, and but if you just keep walking, then you're going to be, what? The wave comes, what he means to take you out will rise you up. He ain't going to explain all that to him ahead of time. That's not faith. Then he would be looking at the wave and not him. A whole lot of you need to grab that one right there and take that one home. God is not going to send me a memo. God is not going to tell me ahead of time anything but his promise. He's not going to tell you how it goes, what's going to happen, how's it going to feel, how people going to react. You ain't going to get none of that. Give. It shall be given to you. He didn't tell you when, how, where, or who. He's not going to. And so why are people then looking? Well, I gave. Well, you want me to chop your hand off? What's that mean? What's that? No, if you're in faith, I gave. I'm not looking at circumstances. I gave joyfully unto you at your direction, request. I gave. Therefore, it is. I say what you say, it is given to me. Good measure pressed down, shaken together, by the way, running over. Oh, but you will cause. You said you will cause people to do it. You didn't tell me who, when, how, where, why. Well, I do know why, but not where, how, or who. Because any of the answers to those questions nullify faith. You won't have it. And some people have prayed, okay, Lord, if I do this, and you want the step, you want the explanation. All you're going to end up with is hearing the devil. Because God don't talk like that. Oh, I'm so glad that you asked me. Let me tell you, that's the devil. Oh, Lord, I know what you said. Now explain that to me. Not till you do something. No. Your son, you said it. You heard me spoke. Do it. Yeah, but what? Not ahead of time. Nope, never will, can't. Nope, that because it nullifies faith. Okay. Some of y'all really, that's not even on your outline, but you need that right there.
I need it.
I already know what God has spoken to us about building our future. I don't then start, well, how that going to happen? What? Just no. I start thinking, how I'm going to do what he told me to do. Period. And then, beyond that, I start dreaming. I wonder what that's going to make happen. Because if I did that last time and then I saw what that produced so far, okay, not all this. I heard from the Lord. Now, Lord, tell me more. You are in witchcraft. You are flat out knocking on Satan's door. God ain't going to talk to you like that. Praise the Lord. Why? Why? Because it's not faith, bottom line. And faith is everything to God. And he's told us through this, yes, it's time for you to live your dreams, but he didn't say you're going to make them come to pass. You're going to make them happen. He flat out told you, no, that it be by faith, that it might be by grace. That's God doing, God providing. Grace is God doing, God providing. You do it by faith. You obey him, that it causes it to be by him doing and his provision. By grace, why? That the promise is guaranteed to all the seed. Well, who's the seed? Those who have faith. So let it be by faith, that it might be by grace. So here we go today. God's promise. You better know this. God's promise is what? What's greater than any trouble? Why do you think he gave it? Peter, come. He ain't called Peter, just come. You said it, come. He ain't got to do a whole big dance song, all this mess, all that, and drama picture. Let me answer every question you got, Peter. Come. Why? Because my promise is greater than a stupid wave, any wind, any storm, anywhere, anything the enemy can do. My promise, so I'm going to say is, come on. Because you actually put the promise on me. If it be you, well, who else is it going to be? Come. This is the hallmark of this ministry. Berith Christian Fellowship, the Hebrew word for where God cuts between the flesh, where the blood flows, where two become one, where the Hebrew word covenant rises up, because covenant only serves to produce one thing, and it's faith. And without faith, you're not going to please God. Without faith, it is impossible. Now, when God says it's impossible, that might be an impossibility. It's impossible to what? Please him. Those who come to God must believe that he is who he says he is, and that he rewards. He's a rewarder of who? Those who diligent. You see, you got to come up higher. You can't just, well, God, will you do it? Oh, God, I know you'll do it. That's why I'm asking and believing, because I know you can, you will, you want to, and for me. That's what causes me to be in faith, come to you dependently, come to you in submission, come to you in humility, and declare. Come boldly, because that's how you told me to come boldly to make this request, knowing I'm going to get it. How does this please God? Why does this please God? Because, haven't you figured this out by now? He's not impressed with people. Start with you and I. Why is it impossible to please God without faith? Because faith is what allows God to provide for us, and that gives him pleasure. Fear not, Jesus had to say. Fear not, little flock. It's your Father's good pleasure to give you the king. Not for you to earn it, not for you to run it, but it's your Father's good pleasure. Don't be scared. Fear not. It's your Father's good pleasure to give you, provide you with the kingdom.